Roll camera.
Roll sound.
Action.
I think the best thing about making a short film is that it gives you a lot of freedom.
You see a script and you see it in your head, but you want to see it on the screen, and that process of creating those visuals, that joy is unreal.
I had a lot of pressure from Emmanuel and Vinati to say, come on, write the film, and for me it's very difficult to just get down to writing. But once we got down to writing, I think in 3 or 4 days we had the script. This film really sort of struck a chord with all of us because it's just a simple, emotional story about this girl in the cafe and how a stranger just becomes a friend. Tom Alter was the first person who came on board, so I knew that once we have the actors, we can do everything else and schedule everything around that.
This fellow George Miller, he is a very successful writer, but he's missing something in his life, and he comes back to India to find that thing that he's missing.
In the film, like, he is coming back after so many years, so we had to give him that look to see the feel of it. A nice loose shirt, nice loose cotton pants, just to hang over, nothing like too fitted for him. Something to go with his character.
Apart from really, being such an amazing support to the film and doing this for us, I think what's amazing is how he just is so good with characterization and how he understands the script, and the little nuances that he brings adds a different texture and flavor to the film, and that really takes your work to another level.
Aisha is not a lot like me. She's a young 23-year-old girl who works at the cafe. Her life is about the cafe, the people at the cafe.
Vinati was not really treated like an actor at all.
Because I know the stress levels that she's going through, because she's directing and producing this, and there are so many things that are on her mind. And because she can't mention it to everybody, she would come and tell me, Vinati, we have very little time, so just give the shot really well, okay?
And Vinati was really a no-nonsense person. We would sit on scenes, we would do our readings. Tom and Vinati would totally collaborate on that, and I think that was really nice because it made my work a lot easier. Lily was also such a pleasure to work with. I mean, what she brought to the film, the kind of moments and the spontaneity that she had was just fabulous.
What attracted me to this particular project was the fact that the tone is just really beautiful. And then I got a chance to work with Tom Alter.
In the first conversation that I had with Manjari about what I thought the film would look like, we both agreed that we have to be smart and make the most of what we have.
I was pleasantly surprised when I received that beautiful looking card that Manjari had given us about how she had stumbled upon the space, the pantry, and she was inspired enough to have a thought of making a short film here, of shooting it here.
Best thing was to have the pantry guys just come in on this and help us with the location, and they said yes, we will be very happy to have you sort of come and shoot this film here.
Our location, the pantry, in itself is a really charming and well thought out, well designed, well lit location. So we said, when we have that, why make it complicated?
One condition that we had put down is that we will not shut down the restaurant when the shoot goes on.
And I was like, ouch. But we had fun with it, we threw in Lily and Aisha there. They were actually serving tables. We got some interesting spontaneous shots there.
We're really happy that things have gone on well, and we're looking forward to watching the movie.
Putting a short film together is quite daunting sometimes, because it's actually probably more difficult sometimes than putting together a feature.
Action! We knew that we are being very ambitious with this project, and we didn't want to compromise on the quality in any department.
Riaz Ali did the costumes, Bidan came in with the grips, Kapil who came in with his whole team and his Steadicam, the camera stuff and all the accessories coming from Accord Equips, really nice of Tejas.
Vinati was taking care of art department as well as acting. It's like a little family coming together to make a project happen, and everyone is giving their most and from the heart.
This was one film where everyone was totally organized. It was well prepared and well made.
For me, every job is a job, and I have to give my 100% on it.
The film left me weeping towards the end. It was very powerful, and I said, we have to do it.
Very frankly, in this film, the whole atmosphere and the whole setup was exactly like a feature film. I didn't see any difference whatsoever.
If we didn't have, I guess, the background of working in features, it would have been much more difficult to put this film together.
And the thing is, it was so great working with everyone who's such a professional.
It's just one of those really freshly done things.
This film just threw me in the fire. You know, it just threw me in the deep end, and we had to just sort of pull it all together.
I have to give Manjari like 11 on 10 for being a go-getter. She had a lot of stuff on her plate that could and may have affected most people into believing they need to let go of stuff on their script.
The continuity supervisor came up and I was stressing about something in the art department, and he came and told me, you know, that's the last thing I'm stressing about. I said, why, what happened? And he said, Tom sir is unwell and he can't come today. And I turned back to look at Manjari, and she was already planning how she's going to manage the day.
I remember when I was seeing the climax, I almost had a tune in my head which I was humming, and that's why it created more of a interest and more excitement for me to like just start work on this immediately. There was anyway no time because there were deadlines on this film. So sometimes when you don't have time and the adrenaline is kicking, you know, you come up with the best stuff.
When we were doing the outdoors, it started raining.
We had days where we had equipment but we didn't have actors.
Scheduling a short film around all this with so many limitations and still making it happen was our biggest challenge.
What keeps a short film going is the spirit, I think. It's the spirit of the maker, it's the spirit of the team.
I like to work with new directors because I learn a lot from them. I learn their ideas, I learn how they visualize and feel a film, which they've directed or written.
She was able to look at her own work very objectively. That's a very good thing to have in a director.
She will not let you go till the time you're convinced.
And so it's very exciting for me to work with new directors because, they always have something new to offer.
I'll take the golden table.
Sure, sir. Please.